Hello, guys, welcome to the stream. In this live, I'm gonna be talking about a female biological clock hitting the wall. Do they even suffer in the current dating market? This is gonna be the subject of the live. I'm gonna react to different videos about the subject. Let's see. Let me put in the comments. I'm gonna be reacting to a video of Alexander Grace. It was released 5 days ago. I thought at first that it was an old video, but no, it's a new release. And he's talking about the subject, which is coincidentally what I want to be talking about, although I'm not going to be only reacting to this video. Let me know, guys, how is the quality of the voice? Is everything fine? Hello, B2. How's the voice? Can you hear me well? Let me also play a little bit of the video so you can tell me if the voice is matching in volume. Like, is my voice and the volume of the video the same?
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above.
Yep. Okay. As soon as you tell me that the voice is good, we're gonna start right away. Okay, great. So let's just start reacting and I mean, okay, the time, both you and the video. Thank you very much for that. It really helps. Let's start.
Diabolical things I want in a man. Number 1, height. My man's gotta be above 6'2". My last 2 boyfriends were 6'3", both of them. And they were jacked, and they looked really good.
By the way, a lot of girls straight up tell me this. Like, they ask me about my height, or it gets mentioned, or I don't know, we meet each other, and anything that is about height, they always tell me that the last boyfriend they had, or the last 2 boyfriends they had, or they were married to a tall man. It's like their brag. I don't know like why no one has ever told women that it does not work both ways. Like, if we brag to a woman, it works because they like the pre-selection, but women bragging to us, it usually does not have a good effect unless you're a cuck. But yeah, it does not make us want them more, but they always do. And telling you about the height of the guys she previously dated, and you're thinking like, yeah, but I know that they broke up with you. Like, they threw you away. Like, they chose not to continue the relationship with you. Like, stop acting like you broke up with this 6'4" Chad. Like, we all know that he was the one who to break up the relationship with you.
How am I supposed to downgrade from that? So, unfortunately, my next man will have to be 6'2" and up. Number 2.
Women have it completely backwards. Like, she says, how am I meant to downgrade from that? You know, because in her mind, her dating choices are just meant to get better and better and better as she progresses, as she gets older, as she goes through more relationships. But these women have it completely backwards. Ladies, as you get older, you have to downgrade your expectations because you are less attractive as a viable prospect.
Okay, but like, say, from our perspective, what matters is what she thinks, not what he thinks. What he thinks is rational, but whoever acts, whoever need, like between these two, like I'm looking at the screen and there is this man and there is this woman. I am interested in the woman, so what's in her mind is what I'm gonna have to deal with once I'm on the field. And she thinks that she deserves better, like at least like not worse, right? Like not less than 6'2", right? So that is what's gonna dictate my life. Me telling her that she should lower her standards does not even work. And even if like it did, like I said, like, hey, please lower your standards for me, and she did, none of us will be happy in that relationship anyway. So it's like a doomed situation. It is a situation that does not have any solution. Like, this is the thing about Alexander Grace, because I love his content. He's a very smart guy, and he definitely is someone that I would enjoy talking with. I'm not talking like collabing or on a stream. I'm talking about if I had a real life friend like Alexander Grace, it would be so much fun to talk to him. But the thing is that addressing women as if he can change something, as if he can look at a girl and tell her like, hey, your standards are not realistic at all. You should have realistic standards. Yeah, no, like, no. Hello, Yoon. Welcome to the stream. Hi. I've just started, by the way. I just like a few seconds ago. I started right away ranting about this video.
Every year that you get older, every man in your sexual past diminishes your value. Having two boyfriends in the past who are 6'2" and jacked, that doesn't entitle you to a better one afterwards. It kind of disqualifies you from it. This is
Yeah, but then we see that a lot of chads are dumpster diving, and I mean, I look at her, she's not that attractive. She does not have female, you can look at the camera what I'm showing. She doesn't have the front assets, like a lot of makeup, and she still looks off. But we all know that in this current dating market, she can still get a lot of 6'2", 6'3" jack chads. I mean, not to marry her, not to impregnate her, but she definitely can get to sleep with men who mug me. And as long as she can do that, I'm not gonna spoil what I'm thinking, but think about it this way. Put this idea in your mind, because I'm gonna get back to it later 100%. As long as she can have sex with such men, continue the phrase yourself, but because to me that's gonna be the most important factor in this whole thematics. But let's continue.
so obvious to me, it's so clearly common sense that women's standards need to be decreasing over time, not increasing. I don't know how women don't see this. Like this lady, she's dated two guys in the past that she's talking about, her last two boyfriends, but she's not dating them anymore. So if she wasn't good enough for a relationship with them, why does she think that she's entitled to be in a relationship with a man who's even better? Explain that. Like, what is that logic? You're now older and you've got baggage from previous relationships. In what world does that entitle you to an upgrade? Like, what is your value system?
She's not thinking that because of two reasons. Instinctually, she does not think that. Like, she's been born as a woman and she thinks that she's the most valuable thing ever. It is not like this is her second time living to know that when she gets older, she starts looking worse. And the second thing is that older women are not telling her about this. So older women are gassing her up, like her mom, her aunt, her older girlfriends, her older sister, old women on the street. Like, they are not warning her that it's gonna be over at any time soon. So instinctually, she will never know that she has a wall coming and that the number of partners will make other successful men not desire her as much, or at least won't like make a family with her, right? But also the fact that other women who are older than her are not teaching her this for multiple, like for a lot of reasons that they're like not worth discussing. All I'm telling Alexander Grace right now is that, yeah, she's not gonna be thinking and analyzing about this situation. She's not gonna be objectively analyzing her situation until I'm going to go to that point later. I'm giving him a chance to reach that conclusion himself. I know that he's a very smart guy, so we will see. Hopefully he can say what I'm thinking himself.
Imagine if there was a guy who used to be a multi-millionaire and he used to date really beautiful women, but now he's broke. He's lost all his money, but he says, because I used to date beautiful women, now that I have no money, I'm entitled to date supermodels. Women.
The thing is, like, comparing this with money, like, look, the comparison with money, why it doesn't work. Because losing your money is not that common. I know that you hear a lot of bankruptcy stories and people like who gambled away his money, whatever, right? So the fact that you can lose your money and then like you lose in terms of quality of girls, that is so rare compared to the fact that literally every woman loses her looks. Like, there is not a single woman on earth who will look as good in her 40s than she did in her 20s. Not even like when she does like the most expensive plastic stuff. Like, she can spend millions of dollars on her looks. She will not look better. I mean, I'm not talking about the cases where she was fat and then she got skin. Not that. Like, at the same weight, There is literally no woman that's gonna look better older. So the loss in value is always happening, so it should be predictable. But a guy who's a billionaire and then somehow he manages to get bankrupt and he does not even hide like few $1,000,000 in cash under a rock or like in a, you know, dig down like what's his name, like Escobar style, like some drug money. Like he did not manage to save any cash and he's bankrupt and now he's poor and now he loses. Like, okay, those are so few cases that even if it happens to someone, he does not have the opportunity to spread that knowledge to other men. He does not tell his ex-rich friend, like, beware, my rich friend, if you lose your money, you're gonna lose the ability to attract women. So it is not a good analogy. While literally billions of women who lived through like this earth, lived through past the age of 40, who lost their looks, should be in theory telling other women about managing their lives better, like literally managing their lives better. Because this is what I think, like the one who says this, like she failed, like a woman who does not have children and stuff has mismanaged her life. I think this was a CRP, Coach Red Pill quote. Yeah. Yoon, I disagree. Every woman knows there's a wall. They just think they're exception. So they don't think there is a war effectively. Like in terms of practicality, like if I think something happens to everyone, but I'm the exception, what I'm saying, like in practice, you can just say like, since she does not believe that it's gonna happen for her, then she does not believe in it. Because every woman, every single one thinks that she's the exception. So I can say no woman will believe that the wall is happening. So, I mean, listen, she knows that the wall happens for other women, but since everyone thinks that it's not going to happen for her, I can safely say no woman believes in the wall, and we are all going to understand what we're talking about. Antoine Brotendo, is he divorced? Has kids, he says. I know that he has kids. I know that he has a girlfriend / companion partner. I don't know what their relationship, but I have no idea if they're divorced or not. That would be a very shocking news if I came to hear that. But no, all I know is that he is with someone. Moves like Yaga. Hey, welcome to the stream. Yoon, love the stream so far. Yeah, great. Guys, put on the likes. Let's continue watching.
You can clearly see in that instance, the guy is delusional. He's lost that which has made him attractive. But somehow women think they're like this magical exception, like they can lose their youth and their sexual purity and it's just going to have no impact. These women, they have no idea what men actually want.
Number 2, you can't have a gut. I need you built. I need you fit and going to the gym multiple times.
I know. Fuck it, I'm gonna say it, okay? If I get banned, you guys will have to resubscribe to my channel. But she's talking about guts, she doesn't have boobs. She literally does not have boobs. Like, what is this? What is this frame? Like, look at her shoulders. She looks like she's doing this. Like, she looks like this. And honestly, guys, I have more chest than her. So fuck it. Let them, like, strike the channel.
A week. I'm sorry, like, I'm just not going to date a fat guy. If I can be in the gym 5 days a week and be fit and care about how I look, you can do it.
Yeah, because it's not the hormonal advantage that you have as a younger woman that is keeping you fit. It's the fact that you go to the gym 5 days a week. Because also, I wonder how she makes her money to afford the time to go to the gym so often.
Have you ever noticed how much women love the concept of equality when the benefits flow in her direction? She's like, well, I go to the gym 5 times a week, and so he has to as well. That's equality. That's fair. Okay, so that's the value system you have. That's the precedent that's being set. Does that mean if he has a 7-figure income, you have to as well? That's only fair, right? Like that.
Arguing like this with women is completely useless. It is completely useless. Like, to make a gotcha moment, like, oh, you have to go 5 days. Okay, I can equate the number of times you go to the gym. Now, can you equate my income? Haha, I got you. All she can say is, you're such an insecure man, I'm done talking to you. And then she's talking to the next guy who's not gonna do that. That's it. That's all you accomplished. GG. You did not make her change her mind. You did not make her feel bad about herself. You did not manage to break her. You did not manage to gotcha her. all she can say is that you're an insecure little man, you're unconfident, and you want to flaunt your money so you can control women by using your money. We are not your object, and that's it. And she wins. She overwhelmed you with her skill in gaslighting and stuff. So you managed nothing. Like, this is a gacha moment for your audience. Like, I go down in the comments, and I'm pretty sure that it's full of men like, yeah, you got her, you destroyed her, Meanwhile, everyone will sell their soul to be able to sleep with a girl like her, who doesn't have boobs. I mean, what's the point of being a girl? Like, and I'm not even a boob guy, you see? That's the funny thing. I'm not even a boob guy, but even for me, I'm like, yeah, but I need to make sure that you're a female. Because at this point, this could be totally a guy. Well, I can see that the hand is a very feminine. She does not have a male hand. But the face, that could literally be a dude. Boobs would have helped, you know? There is a wall, but there is SMV still leagues above any man. Always they can cope. I mean, I'm gonna talk about this progressively. Let's see. I'm gonna react to different videos if we're gonna have time. Let's see how the stream goes, okay? Let's see how it goes. I started right away. I did not wait for people to join, but let's see how maybe this is a better strategy. This is also a very different time. Like, I'm streaming so early. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna have an audience. We will see, okay? But regardless of how it goes, I will let you guys know everything I think about this situation.
That's equal. And judging by this woman's appearance, look at her necklace, look at her earrings. She's putting on jewelry just to make a TikTok. This is clearly a materialistic woman. She's going to be after a rich man.
She's a materialistic woman. There's literally every woman. And by the way, I don't think that there is anything wrong with materialistic women. I mean, them wanting money is not automatically a horrible thing. I don't know, like, this stuff where, like, you know, it is so paradoxical, because the same men are telling you to make money, like, make money so you get girls, but then beware of gold diggers. Well, listen. If your advice to men in order to increase their chances in dating is for them to increase their money, then women who will want them based on their money should not be a bad thing. Or there are gold diggers who will only want you for your money, therefore making money is not important, but you cannot put them both in the same universe and expect it to make sense. You cannot make it make sense telling men to make money and calling women who choose men for their money gold diggers. Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. Boobs aren't genetically inherited, butts are. No, butts also, like, you can work out your butt and change it. You cannot work out your boobs. So that's the opposite. Every woman is materialistic until they meet Chad. I mean, that is not even like some women will let go of 1 point in SMV in terms to get like some looks, some money, but that in itself should not be a bad thing. Like, oh, they want money. I mean, if you could pick between two girls who are the same looks, the same looks level, like two girls who are like a 6 out of 10, but one of them is from a rich family, that would be something you would like imagine, like getting with her and not having to work a day in your life. That sounds good. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Like, why wouldn't you want that? You are above wanting money or like easy money? Like, no. Boobs are genetic too, no? I mean, boobs are the more genetic ones. I don't know why he said butt is anyway.
She's going to need him to fund her life. But I bet that if you suggested that there should be income parity between the two of you, if he can make that much money, then you should be making the same, she would confidently say, with no sense of irony or hypocrisy, oh no, I only date men who are wealthier than I am. When she gives that response, I'd be so tempted to just be quiet, just let the silence speak for itself, just to see as an experiment, like how long before the inconsistency of her position finds its way into her awareness. I fear, sadly, that you might be waiting forever. And so you'd probably have to.
Not forever. Actually, not forever. I don't think that it is forever. I think that there is going to be a moment in life where she's going to be thinking that, not forever, but I'm going to say it, too late. Not forever, but too late. Definitely too late.
Jump in and say, okay, fair enough. I'll make more money than you do. But, you know, you're going to go to the gym 5 days a week. I just want to go once a week, or I want to let myself go. And if she acts outraged, you just say, it was like, well, it's the same thing. You, as a woman, you only want to date a man who's wealthier than you are. I, as a man, only want to date a woman who's hotter than I am, who's in better shape. I'm sure that would just cause a fight and an argument, and she'd reject the premise based on who knows what.
So he knows how they react. Like, he probably have tried in his life a lot of times to fight with women. Like, he tried a lot of times to give them like this gotcha moment. Like, he tried so many times to, show women that he knows what he's talking about, and then it ended up like with a fight with a girl, actually like fighting him, or at best ignoring him and moving on. So he knows that this is how it goes, but I don't know, like, he's not saying it, and I know that he doesn't, but to someone who's unexperienced, like to a young man watching this, it feels like there is a sense of doing this. Like, it is worth it to try to change a woman's mind. Okay? This is the female Jim Cooper. I go to the gym to work out my glutes. I mean, listen, I have seen improvements. Like, I have seen like before, after, maybe on steroids. I can never tell, but I have seen improvements. Not in the form of shape, but even mass is important. Like, shape is not the only important factor, but yeah. I mean, we turned this stream, like, should I change the title to butts and boobs and asses? Like, Guidance Vault stream, boobs versus ass, which one wins, right?
But the bottom line is that I'm just sick of women with their selective equality, where that concept is only ever invoked when the benefits flow towards her. Ladies, just stop pretending that you care about fairness. Stop pretending that you want anything to be equal. Just be honest about what you want.
Just to be honest. Please be honest. Yeah, I wish it worked, but no, it doesn't. It doesn't work. You cannot go to people and ask them to be honest.
Your selfish impulses. I'll respect you more.
Look, think of it this way. If you have to tell someone to be honest, it means that they were not honest. And since that they were not honest, you telling him, please be honest, will not change it, because that's who they are. So it fundamentally implies that they were being dishonest with you. So you're telling me something like, be honest. You can just give me a second lie, like, hey, what's your height? And you say like 6'3". Like, be honest with me. I'm 6'2", but in reality, it's like just 5'10". For example, like, you can't ask someone to be honest. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you suspected a lie, or you are sure that they were lying to you. You can't ask someone, please be honest, or please be good, or like, please be anything. It's not how any of this works. The only way to change someone is to offer them, to put them into a leverage, like where they have like something to lose, or like they're afraid of something. You have to motivate people like this. There are instances where people can change, like, I don't know, like by going to therapy, or like, trying to improve, or waking up a consciousness, like they used to think of something and then like they want to they're coming back to God moment where they want to believe differently. Yeah, but that's like really rare. Excelio, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to put a like as you join. Hopefully you enjoyed the rest. Alexander Cooper Grace is coming from Oofy Doofy point of view. So logically, he's trying to work out an equation, true normie coping. I think that he's doing this for like his YouTube thing, because I honestly do believe that he's smarter than that. I said it early on the stream that I would enjoy having a real life conversation, not like a collab, a real life conversation with him. Like, by the way, he's aware of the black pill. Like, he had a live stream with Wheat Waffles. He probably watched like some Rehab Room content. So he knows what we about, right? He knows like about the importance of looks, like, right? But still, the fact that he's always in this mood of talking to women. Who else does this? It's Andrew Tate. Actually, Andrew Tate does this a lot, like where he's addressing women like, hey, women do this, hey, women do that. Listen, women are gonna do whatever women want to do, okay? They will never be like, oh, so that's what's the logical, rational thing to do. I'm gonna do that despite wanting to do something else. No, they're like kids. And by the way, honestly, the majority of men do that too. He's a blue-pilled B-pillar. That's a good way to put it. I don't know what's gonna be like the mix, like very, very dark blue, or like, like this color. I love it. It's the best car color, by the way. The Midnight Blue. It's called Midnight Blue, I think. Like let me check it. Like this is the best car color. Midnight Blue car. Like if I ever could like afford it, like a sports car or something, like I would go for this color. Like the black, but when the sun hits it, it gets a little bit blue. Let me remove the chat. This is a really great car color, and probably Alexander Grace is this color. You see when it's like black, if it's dark, but then like this, it's black, but then when the sun hits it, it gets blue. That's the pill he has.
Than what you're doing right now, which is hiding behind these moral principles like you're some kind of noble crusader. Fuck off with that. There's nothing noble about leeching off a man.
Number 3, he cannot have a salary cap. Whatever career.
Picked it. These women, they're so predictable. Of course he can't have a salary cap. She needs her man to make money. She actually makes your typical gold digger look quite wholesome by comparison, because regular gold diggers, they just want the money. Whereas this lady's, she's even greedier than that. She wants the money and the abs.
Reason, he needs to have multiple streams of income, and we need to be able.
By the way, I have this video recorded. I'm editing it, and it's gonna address what he just said right now here. This sentence.
She wants the money and the abs.
She wants the money and the abs. Actually, maybe I should change my title to that. She wants the money and the ab. I like this idea. But I have the thumbnail ready, by the way. I have it already here. I can show you the thumbnail, maybe. It's like this rich versus, like rich Chad versus... yeah, let me find it. I already have the thumbnail. Yeah, this one. You can see, like, it has a Chad versus like a rich guy, like a rich... Anyway, I'm gonna change the title. She wants the ab and the money, because that would make a good title. Isn't this the average guy who makes women try being an average guy on dating app? He went famous after that video. So he was always talking about dating and stuff, but his channel exploded after that video. Like, I can make sure
He needs to have multiple streams of income and
multiple streams of income. If I had any stream of income, I would not be looking twice at a girl like this without boobs. Yeah. Like if I go to his videos and then click on popular, Tinder experiment, 2.8 million views. So this was the one video, like 5 years ago, this was the start of his YouTube channel. This one like exploded. Hopefully I get a video that goes like this. Like if I get a video that gets 100k views, that will be what will get me like to 10k subscribers, for example.
we need to be able to make as much money as possible. That's why I will never date a guy who works in like corporate. What is your 100k salary cap gonna do for me? The max you'll ever be able to get to is like what, 150? Yeah, no, we're good. I need you in a career that is going to make us money. I am a lover of luxury. I like expensive things. I like expensive vacations. So will you if you're my man. So we need a career that can support that. Number 4, whenever.
Yeah, so much to say. You notice that her language when it comes to the money is always plural. Like it's like, we need a career. We need to be making lots of money. You know, you need to be making lots of money for us. I would just love to run the thought experiment of using that same kind of language in relation to her body. Like, we need to be keeping in shape. We need to maintain a trim figure. We need to keep being beautiful. Like a beautiful body is very important for us. And what is with her standards? She's like, if you're working for corporate, making 150k max, like what is that going to do for us? What are you talking about? That guy sounds great. He's so much better than anything that you deserve. Why do you think that there'd be a bunch of corporate men on 6-figure salaries who are just desperate to spend all their money on your luxuries? I hate to break your bubble, but materialistic, high maintenance women with these sexist double standards who speak in like a condescending tone, they're not exactly considered high quality women. Men aren't desperate to lock down women like you. And let's talk about her tone of voice, because like, I assume she's speaking to her audience, but she sounds so angry, like she's exhausted and tired, and she's like talking down to her audience. You're probably...
Exactly, by the way, Yoon, I felt this. I really thought that she's already has an OnlyFans, or like she she's about to create one. I get that vibe. I get that vibe.
Confused. Why is she even making this video? This is obviously what's happened. It didn't work out for her with her previous boyfriends, you know, the 6'2" jacked guys. And so she's back on the dating market. And I bet she's got a bunch of guys hitting on her, asking her out on dates, but she's offended because she thinks that none of these guys who are hitting on her are good enough for her. You know, they're not of the caliber that she demands. They're not up to her standards. That's why she's so defensive. She's all confused and angry. She's like, I don't understand what's going on. Why are all
By the way, when I used to argue with women, this was the thing I used to say, like this right here, like this guy. And yet those relationships didn't last. So when a girl is like bragging to me about her taller than me ex-boyfriend, I'm like, yeah, but that relationship didn't last. Well, I don't do that anymore because that is, how to say this, like quite pathetic. Just a second. Just a second, guys. I need to do something real quick. Okay, good. We are on. Damn, Godis is cool, but I like Alexander Grace. I'm telling you that Alexander Grace would make a great IRL friends, but the thing is that he wants to talk to women, like, or he has hope. I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely older than me just by the fact of how much he believes in dating. I don't think that there is anyone who is younger than me who doesn't have like a normal IQ and normal like truth-seeking tendencies, who will not swallow the BP because like they've seen too much. If you have grown in the Instagram era, I think like if I take a 15-year-old, I will have an easier time be-pilling him than 35 years old, just by the fact that he lived in this social media era. I bet this girl is American and from New York and Miami. Exilio, do you know what's the worst thing? Is that these LA, Miami, New York girls are not only in LA, Miami, or New York anymore. They are literally girls. I know girls in Moscow who are like this, sadly. Not as much as in the US, but we are starting to have girls like this. Like, you know, where, for example, when I lived in a smaller city in Russia, I have noticed this, where Instagram, if a girl has a lot of followers and she has like a lot of pictures, like a touched up Photoshop pictures, she's hot, okay? Like she's like a 9 out of 10. She's like a 10 out of 10 girl, okay? And she has like a lot of following. She has like a lot of stuff. Yeah, good. Now in Moscow, every girl who is half as decent already has thousands of followers online. Like even like she will have this glamorous pictures where she's like with cars in Dubai and like you know, she has like all this she has a lot of this how to call them, like fancy pictures, like with leather and photo shoots and stuff, and then she's not even hot, and I'm like, why like who spent time, like she had to pay, like the other girls, like they had photographers running behind them, and I'm pretty sure that these girls were paying photographers. Luxurious, like not luxurious, skanky, okay, skanky, like they have this like a lot of skin, naked tattoo stuff, and they're like, whoa, I'm so cool, I'm so shit, and then like they're ugly, and I'm like, 5 years ago this used to be only hot girl stuff, like only the most attractive girls did this bullshit, not like every single girl who is barely fuckable and she's doing all these things where like she's fancy and high glamorous probably is the right word, like high-end girls, like you know, where there's like this apartments and you are like saying this is a good apartment, this is a high-end apartment. The girls who were high-end used to be hot. Now there are girls who are high-end and they're not even attractive, barely fuckable.
all these men who are so obviously beneath me? Why are they hitting on me? And so to express her frustration, she makes this weird defensive TikTok, laying out her standards and her expectations in this like smug, condescending tone. She wants to clear up the confusion so all the men get the message, like, don't talk to me, don't hit on me unless you're up to my standards. But the reason why it's so cringeworthy is because she's completely misjudged what's going on. She shouldn't feel defensive because these guys who are hitting on her, who aren't very tall, who aren't jacked, who don't make as much money as she wants, they are hitting on you because you are not out of their league. What's happening is that you're actually getting very accurate data from the dating market. The real reason why there's so much defensive energy is because she's delusional about what she thinks her quality is. She hasn't yet accepted the fact that she can no longer command a high price in the dating market. She needs to.
I think she does commend it. She does speaks to chads who mugs us. She truly does speak to them on daily basis. She has no problem getting them. And even if like she feels like, okay, I can't get a chad, she still can get a chad light. So she does not have to lower her standards by that. At this rate, Henry Cavill will be an inkwell by 2030. Please write that word differently, Antoine, okay? I'm just gonna delete this comment, but write it differently, like with a K, for example. Why the F you look like King Critical? I don't know who that is. She's skinny and average looking. She can get a chat easily for a night. Yeah, but the thing is, she can get a chat for a night. In a woman's brain, she will not make the difference. Like, she will think that the only reason she cannot get him to commit is something else. Like, something else failed in the process. She thought that it was possible to date him long term, but some mistake happened and the next guy will stick around.
Start offering discounts quickly because the caliber of man that she's describing that she wants, like this tall male model guy with multiple streams of income, he's not going to be interested in dating you. He wants to date younger women who've less sexual experience, who aren't so bitter and defensive with this nasty attitude. He's going to want to date.
Every girl is bitter and defensive. Every single one of them. Like, even the nice ones, they are, how to say this? Ironically nice. So they're nice, but they're not nice. So they will be nice, as in like, hi, hello, bubbly energy, but in reality, they're not nice. Like, they are mean. They are selfish. They will throw you under the bus. So thinking that there are no bitter people in general is very naive, okay? Alex coping that he can never get one like her. Listen, he's older than me. So when in his 20s, I guarantee you that he could or did sleep with girls hotter than her every weekend. You are just too young and you don't know how it was before social media. So you are smart enough to realize that social media ruined everything. But do you realize that a person like Alexander Grace, he was actively dating, he was older than you are right now when social media were not relevant. He had time before social media. So maybe he cannot get her right now with the inflation that happened, but I don't think he's coming to this from a bitter standpoint. He has kids, he's married or with someone. I don't think he has the bitterness that will lead to coping.
A woman who's sweet and kind. Those women are in his league. You are not. It's so embarrassing that she got all dressed up. She's done her hair. She's put on like makeup and jewelry, all so that she could film this TikTok. And at no point did it actually click for her that this ridiculous list of standards that she has for the man she wants in her life is just an expression of delusion. When she's looking in the mirror, it doesn't occur to her that she's not as hot as she used to be. She's offended at the...
It doesn't occur to her. That's like the answer. It doesn't occur to her, okay? Men are more colder, honest, but are better person on average. Yes, I agree with that statement. But the thing is that thinking that someone is nice and sweet based on how he interacts on surface level is like not indicative at all, because like when shit happens, that's when you know, like that's like when it matters. So if someone is like bubbly and nice to me and stuff, but then when I need actually something, like I don't know, like let's call this like, let's say audience in my YouTube community, like let's say, man, that maybe that example will be bad. But anyways, if you have like a lot of people promising you a lot of shit, for example, as someone like who is like North African, and you can also say MENA region, right? I'm telling you, because the Middle Eastern people are the worst with this thing, where they can promise you the world when they're talking to you, right? So they talk to you and they're nice to you and yeah, talk, here's my number, call me, I'll help you, la 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 la, and then they actually don't. And according to the standards, the way Alexander Grace rates people, he thinks that yeah, they were bubbly, they were nice, so they're nice people. No, like you studied psychology, so you know, like there are a lot of people who will protect their interest by being overtly nice like that, but in general, they're like really bitter people when they're like back home alone. Ismailim, welcome to the stream, by the way. Bro, when is your live with Rehab Room and with Waffles dropping? Well, it is the property of Rehab Room, so he does with it whatever he wants. He told me like he could send me like a part that I can use for my video of my own, but from what I understood is that he also is going to cut a lot of parts that he's going to implement in his future videos, or maybe like he's going to clean it up one day and drop it on Kick. I don't know, but he's going to be doing it on his own. So Arab act a bit like Americans. Americans have a lot of that too. Do you know who else have this a lot? I think Spanish people, because let's say with German people, you kind of get it like straight away. Like they're not nice. They do not flatter you much. Like the German people, the Nordic people, they are like, but they are like that and they give you that impression and they're not helpful, they're not nice, but at least you know. The others, they're like, oh, we're friendly, we're friends, hugs, kisses, mwah, 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 mwah. And then like when the actually something happened and you need something for real, like you need help right now, like whether it's financial or physical, yeah, no, it doesn't happen. Not the let us just raw dog it. I mean, listen, I told you, it's not my decision. But if you want me to do 7 hours like stream of my own, I can. Actually, I can invite Rehab Room to one of my streams. He only put one condition that I let him know like a couple of days in advance, but I still don't do that. So I could have Rehab Room live here with me, but I have to let him know in advance, which is not something that I'm willing to do for now. Maybe in the future, let's see. I will also need like a decent subject or something to react, like good material. So like I prepare a little bit, you know. Iranians are the same. I do not want to specifically mention them, but I was talking basically about them because they promise you the world. Like, yeah, show me your channel. I will watch all your videos. I will subscribe to you and I will donate to you $10 on every stream you do. And then like you give him the channel, he subscribes to it, and then he does not watch a single one of your videos. Like I had like these situations like this, you know. They all promise you the world when they're talking to you. And the same thing with like these nice girls. We're like, okay, if they are gonna be like nice on the surface, and then they're gonna be like until they get something. French people are the most honest, in my opinion. I kind of agree. I hate them, but I have to be honest that at least they show you exactly what you're getting. There is no like two versions of them. Like there is no fake version that they present to the world and then another one you get when you actually need them. Like you know from the start whether you can rely on a French person or not.
Of men who are hitting on her now, but they are not doing anything wrong. You guys are playing in the same league. It's clear. That's why they're hitting on you. It's just that you are refusing to take the feedback.
Where we travel, he's got to be flying his business. I'm sorry, we're not staying in economy together. It's just not happening. Again, this is where the lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody
She has the 1,000 cock stare, by the way. Like you can look at it. I'm gonna pause exactly where you can see it.
Lack of salary cap is really going to help. And number 5, he's got to have a
this one. Do you see the eyes? Like when a girl does like this, yeah. Like non-damaged girls do not have this look. Like this is damage. You look at these eyes and you know that damage happened. Yeah.
really nice watch. I'm not really impressed when I hear somebody has a Rolex anymore because those can be really cheap. I would much prefer if you had an AP or a Patek and maybe multiple of them. The Rolex can be your day watch and it still better be 50K plus.
I think that little noise at the end there, that may be the least attractive sound a woman can make. If obnoxious could be expressed as a noise, it would sound like that. I just want to play it one more time.
The eyes and lip fillers. Lip fillers? I mean, I mean, this is like the kind of girl that if I had on a date with me, and this is not even a brag, like you can look at her, and I'm on a date with her, the only reason I would want to kiss her is to check her level of interest in me and whether we are going to escalate physically or not. But I will not be excited about the fact of kissing her. Like, I will not be fantasizing about kissing her. That's how unattractive she is to me. I like how viewers watch the stream but don't leave a like even when you ask them twice or more. I was going to use that example, but I chose not to. But thank you for reminding people to put on the like. And those who are watching later, also, you can like the... It is a good opportunity for you to remind you to like the video. I'm going to like this video. I recommend Alexander Grace. Like, he's not for everyone, and he's like more for the guys who are already dating, but he's going to give you like the good advice to keep a girl. His advice doesn't work in terms of getting girls, but to keeping girls, yes. I don't know who's that going to be useful to. I'm just recommending, like, yeah.
DK plus.
Her expectations, her standards are just so ridiculous. Where do you even begin? The strategy that she's trying to employ here is called delusional price psychology. It's an attempt to put luxury branding on a discount product. She hopes that if she puts a luxury expectation on herself, that some poor guy is going to come along and read the price tag and think, oh yeah, this must be worth it, you know? She's hoping he's going to confuse cost with worth. Because when a woman is genuinely deserving, men like to spoil her.
A guy who confuses price with worth is an oofy doofy, and a woman is never happy with an oofy doofy, by definition.
And she's hoping that by inverting that process and saying, I demand to be spoiled, some man will just be fooled into thinking, oh, she must be worth it. It is a status bluff, and it's what women do when they're insecure, and this is like their last resort. When they can't compete on actual value, they artificially manufacture perceived value. Not by being amazing, just by being expensive. She's bluffing, and if you're smart, you understand how women operate, you won't fall for this. All this bravado and confidence, it's fake. These women who act all tough like they know their worth, they're the same women who cry into their pillows at nighttime, just drowning in insecurities and anxiety. And who knows, there might be some guy out there.
She looks like she cries every night. I just know.
Who falls for this. In the short term, it might work for her. It is possible to bluff for a few days or weeks, but what I would say is that when it comes to a long-term commitment, when a man is choosing his future wife and the mother of his children, when so much of his future happiness depends upon that choice, men tend to be pretty savvy consumers. I'm not denying that men will sleep with almost any woman. Men have embarrassingly low standards when it comes to short-term sexual hookups. But when it comes to the big commitment, men tend to take that pretty seriously, and they're not going to get fooled by a...
Actually, most men will get fooled. So, yeah. But then, not at the level that she's talking about, because she said like 50K Rolexes for day use, like your day watch is 50K. Yeah, those men definitely will not go for this.
Bluff. They're going to make up their own mind as to what you're worth. They're not going to fall for luxury branding. They're going to be looking for genuine value. She's just gone about this in completely the wrong way. And it doesn't need to be like this. There's no reason why she should have to be miserable, why her dating life should end in tragedy. You know, I'm trying to explain the psychology here, the strategies, the value systems, the reality of it. I don't mean to have any like...
Should we switch on to this video, guys?
Hugh Hefner recently died. Now, Hugh Hefner, let's not kid ourselves. Hugh Hefner was a pimp. That's what he was. He was a pimp who, at the Playboy Mansion, what did he do? He brought together pretty young things with rich and powerful men so that they could frolic together like a good pimp, like a good madam at a bordello.
Let me see if you guys want to watch this or not. Like the stream, guys. Yes, please do. She's an Andrew Tate written women. I mean, yeah, but don't forget that Andrew Tate, he wants women to like money because that's what he has. So if women like looks, Andrew Tate is not it's not in the advantage of Andrew Tate, okay? So he wants women to make more money. He wants women to have to like money because, well, of course, if that's what you can provide, like imagine like I became a millionaire, right? I suddenly, suddenly you guys started liking my videos and other people started joining the stream and they started also liking the videos and other people like, and then I become famous and then I become a millionaire. Of course, it will be in my advantage that women now suddenly start preferring money because I'm gonna be the guy that is being desired. So yeah, that's how it works. Okay, guys, you can make your suggestions. I still haven't said my opinion about what I think about the biological clock, about hitting the wall. Do you think women suffer in the dating market, or from your position as a man, you think that they never suffer enough as much as you do, or anything like that? Do you have an opinion on that, guys? Let me know in the comments if you want me to talk about anything like that. This is just a classical. Yeah, about that, Yoon. There is this famous saying that I love. I saw it. Basically, it said Dostoevsky, but I'm not sure if it's Dostoevsky. But I'm gonna tell it to you anyway. It goes like this: women who failed in love spend the rest of their lives, spend the rest of their days trying to the rest of their miserable days in luxury. Like they try to spend the rest of their miserable days in luxury because they failed the love. They are Chad widowed. They will never get the Chad that they loved. So now they want to spend the rest of their misery, like the days, they want to finish them with luxury. That's the cope. They cope with money. And that will fake them having value. Like, never suffer enough as men do. The wall is mostly a cope. Okay, Mr. Bro Skillful, welcome to the stream. I have a counter argument for that, okay? So, Jan, welcome to the stream. Hello, how are you doing? How is your hair? Do you feel good about it? You started having this thing falling off, right? Jan has recently had a hair transplant. We can all wish him well recovery in the comments. Yeah, so listen to me, Mr. Bro Skillful. I'm not saying that women suffer because of the wall. What women suffer from, in my opinion, is the fact that they lack the ability to be thankful of what they have. So women can never be satisfied and they always want more, taller, better looking, richer. And that in itself, the ability that to never be able to be happy is why they suffer more than men. So. We look at this girl, like this one, right? Like, can you see her? Yeah, you can. This one. So, do you think that I mog her or she mogs me? Okay, in terms of SMV, right? In terms of SMV, does she mog me or I mog her? She clearly mogs me. She has options between like top 1% of men. She can have a top 1%er spend thousands of dollars on her. I cannot get a girl to spend thousands of dollars on me. I cannot sleep with any girl that I want. She can sleep with any man that she wants. But if you come back to reality in how we live, I am happy in my life because I can get to do the things I want to do, and I am being satisfied with that. I have the gratitude. I'm saying like, okay, I play football at like cold weather and I run real fast and I score goals and I hug my friends and then I go live on YouTube and talk with you guys and then I eat tasty food every day and I'm happy with my life. Women are incapable of that. That's why I think they suffer in this life. The wall is a context in which they suffer, but in reality, the fact that a woman will never, ever, ever in her life look back at her life without regret, it's like, I'm doing good. I'm happy with what I have. Maybe if like she has a lot of kids who have a lot of kids and she's a grandmother and she looks behind her while, I don't know, cooking something for them in like some sort of like holidays. And she's like, I'm happy. I succeeded in this life. But if you're a career woman and you have like cats, like you have 10 cats or like dogs or whatever, and you're like, your only chance to have sex with a good looking guy is if you pay him, basically, I don't think he will be happy at that instance, okay? I think Chad is more happy than Stacy because Chad desires a lot of his options. Look, I'm not talking about Chad, okay? Like, Chads are out of it. I'm comparing myself with the girls that you think are happy. Chad is happy because he's in a loving relationship with Stacy, not because of his options. Or could be. If he's a Chad who wants to sleep with different girls and he gets to do that, he can be happy. I mean, why not? I understand what you're saying. Their conditions are better, but they aren't satisfied, especially in the modern day. Yes. So I'm responding to Mr. Bros Skillful. I don't think that she is happier even in her prime. But now after her prime with the coping, man, they are crying. They're like drinking themselves to sleep. You just don't see that. The thing is, like, men, they tell the world that they are like having drinking problems, okay? I'm telling you, women have more in the West, women have more drinking problems. And the thing is, like, okay, maybe not drinking as it is, but they use antidepressants more than men. The majority of women, like the majority of antidepressant drinkers are women. So you can replace drinking with those pills, which are honestly, are they better than drinking? Not better than drinking? I don't know. You decide for yourself which is better, to like drink SSRIs or to drink alcohol. Okay, so if you are like depressed in that way, I refuse to believe that women are happier, or because they suffer differently from us, okay? So I just refuse to believe, and not in the like fantasizing, like, listen, I hate these, right? Okay, if you write this on YouTube, like women hitting the wall, okay? So you write this on fucking YouTube, and look at the videos that you see. Boom, boom, hitting the wall. Reality hits hard. And it's like some inkwell, like, women are suffering. I'm so happy. Like, no, not in that way. I'm not happy that they're suffering. I wish that we both of us could suffer less. I wish that women were happier and men were happier. I'm not like wishing for women to be unhappy, and I'm not wishing for men to be unhappy. I don't have this hate towards women. But to say that they are happier on us, happier than us on average just because of the options they have. Okay. I'm gonna do this, okay? Let me suggest to you something, guy. And I'm gonna make a poll. Would you take the deal or not take the deal, okay? So this is the poll. Would you take the deal? Would you take this deal? Yes or no? So the deal is like this. You can get any girl you want anytime, whether it's for a relationship, whether it is for a relationship or for long-term or for like a short-term standing. You get any girl that you want, whether you want to marry her or you want to sleep with a bunch of random girls. But, of course, there is a but. I'm not just going to give you all the women like that, okay? So, you will not be able to enjoy sex at all. Like, the nerve ending on your penis just die. You can still get an erection and fuck her, like she can get satisfied, but sexual pleasure is disconnected from you. You can never, like, you will like stop looking at boobs, you will stop looking at ass. You become asexual, non-healing, like asexuality that you can never heal. Are you taking that deal or not? You can get any woman you want, but you cannot enjoy sex at all. Yes or no? Would you take this deal or not? I will tell you why, of course. Okay, you can vote, guys. I don't know how it works on YouTube, but you can go voting right now. What's the point then? Hell no. So think of it this way. Girls who have all these options that you guys are jealous of, they're not enjoying them. They're not enjoying them. They're not being like, you see, this is a sort of projection that a lot of men will do. They look at the options that women have and they say, if I had those options, I would be happy. The thing is that they do have those options and they are not happy. Yeah. I think those who accepted the deal are just trolling, to be honest. Hedonistic adaptation is crazy sauce. Yep. I think there is biological clock for all stages of life. Okay, about the biological clock, let me answer that because a lot of people talk about this biological clock. I think that the only real biological clock is this. She is not attractive to Chads anymore. If I'm gonna make this a short maybe later, okay? Because I really like this sentence. I came up with it 2 days ago. So here it goes like this. If you froze the looks of a woman at the age of 25, but she still gets older, like hormonally, biologically, like she's still getting older, but she kept her prime looks, she will not get this biological urge because she will be approached by Chads all the time. She's not gonna feel the danger. She's not gonna feel the need that time is running out. And she might get this biological clock, but like lighter, like a little bit like a biological clock light hitting the wall light because her looks did not deteriorate. And I think that her looks deteriorating is the only reason where she starts thinking. Okay? So she starts, like when he said earlier in this video, like when he said never or you wait forever, it is not forever. It's when her looks start deteriorating. So Chads don't give her time of day. And now that Chads don't give her time of day, she starts having the baby fevers. Like now she needs to get pregnant. Now she needs a family. Now she's treating her dating life seriously. I'm gonna hear, guys, what do you think about this? Let me know what do you think about this take, okay? I would be depressed if I peaked in high school. I mean, yes, it is exactly the life of most girls. Not high school, universities, their peak, I would say. Of course, there is certain milestone to be met in certain stages of life. Yes, but they are based not on age as a number because if a woman keeps her attractiveness and she's still pleasant to Chads, she will not hit the wall, technically. She will continue to be the same. Mr. Bro Skillful, it's better to be a has-been, a woman who used to have options in her 20s than most men who never was and never had the options at all, leading them to be only better providers. And I don't agree with that take too. I know it's a quite famous, like, it's better to be to have been a Chad than never have been a Chad. Yeah, but if you raise the standards of like the satisfaction in your life and now you are never able to be satisfied anymore, like, do you know where people like drink a lot or gamble a lot or stuff, like they do a sin so much that everything else in life loses value and they cannot have pleasure in anything else in life? That is also a common phenomenon. So why would you make it so hard for you to enjoy life in the future? Like, why would you do that to yourself? Like, you voluntarily make life less enjoyable for you.
Who am I here with today?
Clavicular.
When did you realize things were taking off
Shh, look at the height difference.
for you?
I would say when I moved to LA, started, doing content there.
That was the breaking point for you?
Yeah, like when I moved out of my parents' house, moved to LA, yep.
What made you start creating content?
Well, I've been creating content just as a meme for a long time. I do kind of like weird, like autistic, really niche, like look smack stuff. So I've been posting that forever, but it didn't become like
Who am I here with today?
clavicular. Using or really want to get to know, then the trend is going to die down real quick.
Thank you.
No worries.
Who am I?
Everyone is a content creator in LA, apparently. Oh, look who we have here.
Hello guys, this
What
is
a
Kairos
chat.
Vault. I wanted to record a video.
Who's this chat, guys? How do you rate this guy? And if you rate him anything less than a 7, you're gonna be banned, okay? I'm just telling you. What's the deal again? I just said yes. Oh, the deal was you can get any girl you want, but you don't experience any pleasure. Like, you stop experiencing pleasure in sex. And you took that deal. Women used to entertain Oofy Doofy. Okay, guys, I will make a poll so you can rate this guy out of 10. Rate out of 10. Out of 10. You can rate me. It's fair trade. Clav is so close to Chad, but his D doesn't work. I mean, I think he looks very handsome. In that short that I just saw, like if I saw him on the street, you would know that he's like he can do some serious damage if he was not so impatient with girls. I don't know, depends on the person. Some can be content that they had a bunch of success as opposed to one who's window shopping her whole life. That is also a possibility. Jan, actually, this makes a good subject for a video. I should talk about this in a separate video, okay? The mic, I mean, not only the mic, like I used my phone because I was in public, and then I edited the voice to make it sound better.
Video for you guys tonight where I approach 10 girls in the steady.
Actually, this was not a lie. I actually went outside to talk to girls. Like I wanted to make a video. Like I had my cousin. He was the one filming me, and I wanted to actually secret, like with a hidden camera, approach 10 girls. But there were literally no girls out. Like literally.
Of nightlife, but here I am in the center city and there is literally no nightlife. Look guys, this place
I wanted to show you something brutal, but I'm gonna show it to you here.
3 years ago it was so full of people you couldn't find a place to sit. Look now, it's all empty and the only girls who
When music is copyright free, right? So I can play it on YouTube without being afraid. I know this is copyright free since I used it for my reel, that's why.
are here are either with their boyfriend, ugly or fat. There are no girls my age, only MILFs.
There are no girls my age, only MILFs. That was so natural. Like I was genuinely frustrated. I was not acting.
Going to walk around.
This one. Look at this one. Look how brutal this date is. What is this? I filmed it accidentally. Like, look at this. Is this like a date? What is the Glean Lumberjack shirt? It is for rugged look. Like, yeah, I had a lot of comments about the shirt. Yeah, that was the problem. That's why there were no girls there. If I wore a different shirt, probably there would have been a lot of girls that I could hit on. I have also a BB channel, but I'm building to title in my name. I respect your channel. Well, good luck, man. Good luck. Lumberjack. Look at this date. Like, imagine going out like this and like, what is this date, right?
More and I will show you all this place and maybe I will find a video later to show you how it used to be. There is no nightlife anymore. I can't record nightlife video for you guys. This was Guidance Vault and this was video.
By the way, guys, this place here that you see in the screen, do you know what this place is? It is a very, very important place in my life. Should I share with you this detail? It's quite personal. I don't know. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Should I do it? Should I not do it? Because this place have a big significance for me in my life. Are you guys interested? I'm not sure I want to share this detail. Let me think about it. Let me think about it, okay? Okay, I can say without details. Something brutal happened to me in this place, and this is the place in which I got introduced to the red pill initially. So it happened here, okay? But I'm not gonna go in details for now. I didn't expect you to be so extroverted in the video to different people. I wanted to talk about this. Come here now. Come here. Because this is a subject I wanted to talk about. Let me stand up a little bit. Like, let me adjust. Because I wanted to talk about this. This is very important, Mr. Century, like 21st century dystopia. So, people see me here in my room talking to a camera, live streaming or like doing videos. And since that's the only part they see in me, they naively assume that that's what I do, which is very weird. Like, no, I literally am a normal person, that I have social life and I interact normally with people. A lot of people call me like ND or weird stuff. Like, are you out of your mind? Like, you think I'm ND? Like, are you crazy? Do you like people accusing me of like telling me to touch grass, to try talking to people outside? The fact that you only see me here does not equal the fact that I'm only here. That is so stupid. It is like such a bias. Like, literally, they look at me here and they just assume that I'm here all day. How stupid is that? Do Russians fight a lot in bars and nightclubs? That is just a weird stereotype. Russians are chill as fuck, okay? Russians are one of the most chill people ever. Guidance, you gotta flip the primal switch of those MILFs, bro. They're not even attractive. Not even the attractive ones. I mean, maybe I'm gonna do like an only members live. When I have more members, like, you know, I have like 20, 30 members, I can do live only for members, and then we can share personal stories.
For you guys, this
It's so easy, honestly. For me, I could do it with my eyes.
It's a scientific fact.
This girl, Dua Lipa, she's so fucking attractive, man. Oh, we had here like a teenager crush of mine. Like, I thought when I was like a teenager, I thought that Avril Lavigne or whatever, like her name is, I thought like she was one of the most beautiful girls ever. Maybe that's when you grow up, you know, in the part of the world I grew up with. I grew up in. No, you are guilty by association where you talk about BP topics. I mean, yeah, listen, the fact, first of all, like, why my counterpoint to that, to Jan, right? Because I am showing my face, which is not a lot of BPillers do. You can see me interact with the comments. You can see me that I'm talking to you like this. So you should be like, I don't know, am I expecting too much by thinking that you could be smart enough to guess that I'm not a basement dweller? Come on. Funny because French people have the image of being very low-T, but in reality aggressive in contrary with Russians. I mean, yeah. Also, like, by the way, the fighting that would happen in Russian bars, it would be like some Dagestani people who got like in a fight with Georgian people. Like the Russians, the white ones, the Slavic Russian, they're like the most chill bunch I have ever seen in my life. You guys want to fawn over like this
Contrast
girl,
is
right?
impacting your eye's attractiveness way more than you may think. A brighter sclera, or the white of your eye, and a darker limbal ring, the ring where your iris meets the sclera, does signal youth and health, and a link to ratings of high attractiveness, partially because
Show me
they
Dua
provide
Lipa.
contrast against the female faces having on
She has a lot of masculine features. So you have a couple who will tell you like, oh, you look so masculine. Bro, she will give me the chattiest of sons ever. Like, probably I should do like the app thing where I put my picture and put her picture and predict our kids. Yo, the audio is busted. Mine or the video? I don't know how to adjust the volume here. Like here, like a little bit like this. I don't know. But she would give me Giga Chad sons. With her like jaw, like she jaw mugs me. Yeah, I'm not gonna be playing shorts. Guys, if you have anything you want me to react to, let me know. Let's say like this, CRP. Okay, you guys are not interested in CRP, you have told me, right? But I promised you that I'm gonna finish this video, but I never did. So we're gonna look at the timestamps. If you see anything you guys want me to react to, you can write it down in the comments. So last time we finished like it was like around here, but Myron gives life-changing advice to Clav. Sounds cringe as a title, right? Myron gives life-changing advice to Clav. Women are horrible people when they have the leverage. I'm gonna say this just based on that title. If you are horrible when you have leverage, then you are horrible. Point. That's it. Because when you don't have the leverage, you don't have the opportunity to be horrible. So if you are horrible every time you have the leverage, then you are just horrible, okay? Let's make sure of that. How pornography and OF are ruining relationship. This is Water is Wet. Clav will be back on Wednesday. I don't know. For the show that he did. Yeah. If Myron was a girl, she would be not a girl that I want to sleep with. Should Clavicular get double jaw surgery? Yeah, he should get triple jaw surgery. Shout out to Rich Payana. I don't know who that is. Clef disagrees with Myron's fitness advice. Not important. Why Myron doesn't take finasteride or dutasteride? Yeah. Thoughts on stem cells, health therapy, looks maxing surgeries most guys should consider. I would say, like, if you want to count hair transplant, then hair transplant. If you have a big nose, then that. Why most Indians struggle with attractiveness? Yeah, I don't want to watch that. World War II killed all the best genes. Really? Best micronutrients to grow your hair. Very weird note to add on, but yeah, what else I wanted? Yeah, this thing. I saw this one. Yeah, We Eat Waffles did a video. We can also watch this, like the new We Eat Waffles video.
Okay.
This guy, by the way, in the screen, he gigamogs. These are the guys who are attractive in PSL, like objectively attractive, but they have the appeal to. This kind of guys like slays. This picture on a Tinder, he will get matched every single time. Like he will have infinity of matches. Like this type of dudes, they literally mog to infinity in real life. These are the most thought of. Like these guys, they have the highest SMV of all times. Okay, I'm telling you. Other than status, right? Because he does not look threatening. He looks like the right kind of chads that appeals to most girls. Like, there is no girl on earth who will ever look at that guy and say that he's not attractive. Like, other guys, he can be like good looking for this kind and not for the other girls, and like situationally chad or something. These are the universal chads, in my opinion. Why would you say that he should get a triple jaw surgery? Yeah, sarcasm. Quadruple jaw surgery. Quintuples, it becomes clearer now, right? I think it's worse to be an ugly woman because you can't compensate with money or status compared to men. What if, Angelo, what if I tell you that men also can't compensate with money or status? You can't. Like, literally, you can't. Jan, about leg lengthening, the risk from leg lengthening is not for it like ruining your looks, but the surgery itself is dangerous, and the complications, you will not be able to run, to play sports, you're gonna have back pains, you're gonna have other diseases that, I don't know. So it's not about like ruining the looks, it's like medical risks. I feel low IQ for not picking up on the sarcasm. Maybe I'm just good at it, like confusing, like. What's your thought on the cringe behave of androgenic IRL stream? I have no idea who androgenic is. Like, I have seen his name a couple of times, like lately, but I have no idea. Let me see. Is it this guy? Ah, the huge one, the short, the wide guy. 11K subs, and all this video is 3 months ago. So he has 10 times more subscribers than me in less than 3 months. I'm waiting for you guys to comment on this. He has 10 times more subscribers than me in less than 3 months. Should I give up? Should I literally delete my channel live? Can I do this? Will the live still on? Like, if I'm live and I delete my channel, like I go to here, like to the studio, and I delete my channel while being live, what will happen? Will the live end or what? Like, I do this, right? Like, not sign out, but basically delete the channel. Will the stream end? Should we try this? I don't know how to delete the channel. Like, settings. I don't know how to delete the channel, but what if I do it live? Like, what will happen, right? Hmm. Yoon, about your idea, you're suggesting that I have a live with Rehab. I want to do that after he drops the live that we did together, so I see the impact that it has on people. So people will know me more, so when I invite him, it makes more sense. You gotta do more IRL content, I guess. Just a suggestion. I mean, it is harder to do, to be honest, but I'm willing to do it. I'm planning a day game, like where I will film myself approaching 10 girls on the street, but I need to make a goal. Like, for example, like if I get 2,000 subscribers by the end of like the month, I will do it. I need to motivate people because it takes a lot of effort. Like I have to get someone to film me, so I will have to not pay him, but then like it's gonna be a favor that he's gonna be doing me, right? So I will be basically getting someone to film for me, and then like the edit is gonna be a pain in the ass, like to synchronize the sound with the video. That's a lot of effort. So I don't know. People need to invest more in the channel. Like, look, let me tell you something. I am a solo guy who doesn't have any experience doing YouTube, okay? So I don't have any experience. So look at my subscriber count and the money I make. So if I have like 1,444 subscribers, does this look like the size of a channel where you have the guy have like super edited professional taking pictures? Like, no, it needs to make sense. I cannot invest thousands of dollars making videos while people don't even watch. Do Russian women like beards? They have different tastes like any other woman on earth. There is no such thing as Russian women, okay? Every woman like have their preferences exactly as the women in your own country. Some of them, it's like a niche. Some women like it. But I would say like most like stubbles and like literal like basically no beard. He usually bitches out. I mean, he used some of it in his last video, and he's gonna probably do the same, a lot of the same. And also, if he's gonna edit it, maybe he can like let it on kick, because that allows more for, you know, curse words and certain subjects that are sensitive. You don't have useful friends for that? I do. I can get someone to do it for me, but the thing is, like, what's the point? Like, why do such a video that I'm gonna spend my own money, my real lifetime, and I'm gonna abuse my friendships when that only 100 people, like 500 people are gonna watch? That is not just not worth it to do. That's it. To potentially get people, you don't know what kind of videos YouTube is gonna show to people. I can do like more effort on videos, and then the ones that ends up like going viral is like a boring one, or like a easier to do one.
Guys, so recently, I've noticed the quality of the LuxMaxing community, the BP space, or whatever it's called nowadays, has taken a significant turn for the worse, and that's largely due to the new creators that have infiltrated the space. They're bringing a lot of harmful ideas, questionable takes, and in some cases it seems they've completely lost their minds. Despite a massive increase in the popularity of the LuxMaxing community, where it's increased by about 4 or 5 times in the last year and a half, it's definitely worth questioning whether this increase in popularity has been for the good, and whether the newcomers to the community are making intelligible contributions, or they are bringing a whole load of crap to the table. Because I'm going to be discussing all of these issues in this video, and even just from this first slide, you can see what the direction that would have been a lot better, I think, if the LuxMaxing headed into. So getting straight into it, first, I want to say a few things about Clavicular, who is probably in the throne of the LuxMaxing community at the moment. It's interesting how a lot of communities operate, that there'll be one guy who is in the throne, who's carrying the torch, or has taken the reins, as a lot of people like to put.
We can all agree that Clavicular is the most famous guy in LuxMaxing. That is something like we cannot agree. What the fuck is this audio? Like, from the video or from me? I don't understand. Like, is it like too loud or crackling?
Put it. And just one person can have such a massive impact on the direction that the community goes. So with regard to Clavicular, he's definitely got some big boots to fill. And he's not all bad. I've got a couple pros listed for him, and
Is it better now? Okay. So I had to I had to change something. Okay, now it's all right. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I apologize for the inconvenience for the technical issue. Thank you very much.
couple cons. So starting with the pros, first of all, he has had a very high impact. He's probably sucked in a greater number of people into this community than anyone before him or currently. The amount of exposure he's generating for the community is enormous, which is why he's probably the first person where people have started saying he is making the Luxmaxing community mainstream. The next pro is I think that his looks are on point. I think that he is a female gaze Luxmaxer. He's doing mostly good stuff besides some of the wacky injection peptides. I don't necessarily agree with those. And even some of the crazy surgeries like the jaw surgery he's talking about. But as for his soft maxing, if you just let his looks do the talking, it seems he definitely knows what he's talking about. And as a matter of fact, if we bring back all of the guys from the first slide and just make a point of comparison, Clavicular is the only one out of all three of these guys who doesn't look like they've completely lost their minds. Clavicular, if you was going to put him up here,
But he did lose his mind, right?
he would be somewhere up here. He looks attractive, he looks like he is female gazed and would get a lot of female attention. And that's evidenced by the reactions that he's got in a lot of his videos. He is getting these premium reactions. However, these two, which I'll get into more detail later, I've started calling them PSL tards, and this is what's really annoying me about the community as of recently, because you've got a few positive looks maxing influences, especially the soft maxing, but then when these PSL tards have came in, it's just making me shake my head. It's as if these dudes have never left their mum's basement, let alone leaving the PSL websites. So as a whole, I think Clavicular does have some positive contributions, and I even made a full video of him breaking down his looks, and it's definitely one of his strong points. But now getting into the cons, and there's also two of these. The first, I think that he's a very volatile character, which is pretty problematic to have the main person who's in the #1 spot, because if he steps out of line, he can make the whole community just be laughed at and just...
If he stepped out of line. I can see that happening real soon.
Looked down on and treated as a laughingstock by the rest of society. And probably the best evidence of this was this video.
I put my head here just so you can read this, but now it looks like I'm the one driving. Like I'm the one driving the car. No, I don't want to be driving this car at this moment. Where should I put my head? Right, like just here, like for now.
That came off of him about a couple of weeks ago of him running some guy over when he just got really angry, and I'll just let the clip do the talking.
Oh my Start driving with this guy in the car. Drive. Oh my fuck. Oh my god! You probably just ran him over.
Why does her cry, despite the situation being real, why is her cry sounds fake? Like, you ran him over, Clef.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Off the car. He was on the car. Oh my god.
Is he dead?
I don't know.
Hopefully.
Actually, like Wheat Waffles showing this as if it's a bad thing, but I think he looks cool. Like he looks cool. Did he die? Hopefully. He looks cool doing it, okay? Like the only thing to make this more cool is to make it in black and white and give him a cigarette. Like hopefully. He looks cool. You can't say he doesn't, okay? He looks like a dick. Yeah, to the nerds, yeah.
So, as you can see, he was being stalked by a superfan, and in retaliation, he decided to run him over. Now, I'm not going to comment on whether I think this was justified.
He decided to run him over. Like, no, it was not like that. And this is not important. What he's saying is true. Like, his character is volatile, and any bad action he does will reflect bad on the community.
Or not. That's up to him to deal with the police, the litigation, the courts that's probably going to ensue. Yes, he's been released at the moment, but that doesn't mean anything, because that's not how the court system works. You're only detained in custody if you're seen as a serious risk to society. But I think we can absolutely agree that this was a really, really stupid and naive decision, and it's probably not going to be the last of it. Because I can promise you one thing, even if the police don't come after him, even if there's not a massive investigation into this, I guarantee the guy he ran over, the very next day, he would have had a dozen, if not more, lawyers reach out to him saying, hey, we can take this guy down. This is an easy lawsuit for us.
Actually, it is not. I disagree, but that's not the point. Clav gonna be so affable in prison? Yeah, he will be considering fillers in his ass now. And he's gonna be double asshole surgery, not jaw surgery. Yeah, maybe I should not do these jokes on stream.
We're going to take him to court. We know he's got money. We know he's got an income. We can take him down, and there's going to be very little that he can do about it. So even if Clav doesn't face jail time, he's at the very minimum going to have to pay off the guy he ran over and deal with all of the legal fees and consequences and stress that comes along with it. So I think it's obvious to show that this was a very naive and volatile decision. And this is why, even a couple weeks ago, I said in a community post about Clav that the brightest stars burn the quickest. I promise this won't be the last of this, and this won't be the only thing. Don't be surprised if you see him on the news in 6 months' time for some other crazy...
I am so sure that he's gonna be like that. Not like your boy Guidance Vault, who's very irrelevant. I can do anything and no one will give a fuck.
...thing that he's done, or if he's getting arrested for the next thing. Or ends up in the hospital, or ends up dead. Because this is what a lot of these volatile characters are like. This is why a lot of the celebrities, they are these types. The brightest stars burn the quickest. People like the guy from One Direction, the Joker, I think his name is Heath Ledger, they end up not making it past 30 because they just get involved in too much chaos, too much crazy people in their life who either directly or indirectly influence them and cause them to either get unalived or face jail or some other really crazy, harmful thing that's going to happen to them. So this is what I think is Clav's biggest weakness. He really needs to screw his head on to make sure not one stupid decision is going to cost his entire future. So anyway, that's it for that con. And now for the second thing that...
Also, like he said volatile character, but he did not say this thing, which is Clavicular is too young. I mean, like for the whole community, I'm not like a looks maxer per se, right? But to have a 19-year-old at the face of it all is quite weird. Like, a 19-year-old is representative of the whole community, makes it look bad, regardless of how smart he could be. Like, you are 19-year-old and you are like the best they can come up with. That's weird. Okay? He's not like leading a bunch of teenagers. The guys who are watching his videos and learning from him are like 30 plus on average. That's weird that he's 19. Exaggerates to get eyeballs and clicks. I mean, that's part of the game. That's how he managed to become successful.
I've got about him is that he exaggerates to get a lot of eyeballs and clicks. And what I mean by this is that if you watch some of the clips, in fact, I'll just play them again, so I'll let the clips do the talking.
What are we talking about by hot? Like good looking? Like some people think that like Sydney Sweeney is extremely attractive.
I would say, I don't want to scandalize anybody, a married man. I would say Sydney Sweeney is very attractive.
I would say that she's pretty malformed. Her upper maxilla is extremely recessed, right? She's got the eyes of doom with no infraorbital support. She's really not that much of a looker in her face.
So you can see exactly what...
Well, that's a very bad picture of her. Weird Waffles talk on the same tone all the time. I think the vibe of this video are a bit off because of that. Maybe it's soothing to people, like not everyone, like especially if like the content is serious and longer, not everyone likes guys who speak like this out of the sudden and then like you know, like up and down like that. No, not everyone would like enjoy such experience. Sorry for the jump scare, by the way.
I mean here. Here's actually a photo of Sydney Sweeney without makeup. And I specifically chose one without makeup to make sure that there's no frauding going on. We know how a lot of women like to use fake up in their photos, and it's essentially frauding what their true beauty level actually is. But when Clavicular is calling this girl malformed, it's just crazy. Now don't get me wrong, if you want to make the argument that she's not a Stacey, and maybe she's just a bit above average, or average at the very least, but even then I think this is harsh, then okay, that's a fair enough take. We can at least get on board with that and discuss it. But when he's saying that she is malformed, literally right down the bottom here, one of the ugliest people that you would see in your day-to-day, it's just a crazy take. And just to highlight, it's not a one-off, it's not the only time that he's done this, because there was also this clip where he makes a similar remark.
Her, over there, I'm going to give her a 3.
I don't think a 3 is that harsh. I would have given her a 4.
We've got a super downgrown facial structure entirely. All points of the facial convexity are severely recessed. Her maxilla gives her face no support.
Again, this is just a massive exaggeration. If he was being fair and
not like massive, like not massive exaggeration, like she's a 5 at best, he said 3, like not the end of the world, okay? If I looked like Clavicular, I would not date girls like her, and that would be the end of it.
and accurate, not exaggerating, then we'd all know that she'd fall somewhere around this range. Some are going to say a tier below, some are going to say a tier above. But it's going to average somewhere around this average kind of range. But to say that she is a 3, like come on, does anybody seriously think that this woman is on the same looks level as this guy? It's just crazy. But this is what he said, this is what he does.
By the way, this scale that Weed Waffles have is extremely accurate. Like, I agree with it 100%. Let me see if you can guys see it, but let me remove the comments for a while. Okay, so this guy is like an 8. This guy is like a 7.6. I did not say 6.7. I said 7.6. Oh, I said it anyway. Yeah, anyway, and this guy is a 5. This guy is a 4. I would like say like here we might like have these between like this guy is probably better than a 4, like 4.5, 5, 2. Like these two could be 5s, right? This one is a 3. I think this is a very, very good scale, okay?
To try and get these eyeballs. He exaggerates in order to get these clicks. That's why he has to say these extreme and increasingly extreme takes that I've noticed by labeling women like this as a 3, even though it's just not realistic. And to tell you the honest to God truth for why he has to do this, it's because he has no choice. There are 2 business models on YouTube. Yes, business models. Every channel you see on YouTube that is making at least some kind of money, which is going to be anyone with over 10,000 subs, is treating it as a business. Nothing on YouTube is truly free anymore. Anyone who says it is lying to you. They are all businesses at the end of the day, including this channel. And all of these businesses are going to fall into one of the 2 models, both of which have some pros and cons associated with them. But as for Clavicular, he is this type of channel. He is a shoveler. And this is where you're appealing to an audience, shoveling them shoveling them just garbage, and then they're expected to be happy for it because...
Well, I hope this is not my channel, right? Content for the broke IQ masses, revenue generated from AdSense, getting many eyeballs, as many eyeballs as possible, requires doing crazier stuff, meal of the day slop. And then there is like pain is told, relief is sold, smaller niche audiences, revenue generated from paid products and community, free content is marketing solutions often kept behind a paywall. Yeah. Can I just make good content and get people to watch? Apparently, I'm gonna be B-pilled in this regard.
Because it's free, after all. So in other words, it's content for the broke, low IQ masses on these social media platforms. The revenue is generated mainly from AdSense, so it's all about getting as many eyeballs as possible. This is why these creators like Clav are churning out videos, just trying to get as many of these brokies to watch their content. And as a result, in order to keep these low IQ masses watching the slop, it requires doing crazier and crazier stuff. These channels aren't trying to sell you anything, so credibility, intelligence is not a priority. It's irrelevant, to be honest. All they care about is eyeballs, and it gets a lot more eyeballs to do something extreme and crazy, even if it's flat out false. So all of these channels just end up becoming a mill of daily slop. Whereas, if you contrast this to the pain is told, relief is sold business model of YouTube, this is where creators are forced to make more intelligible videos and sell the solution to it afterwards. Or at least the dream that that relief can be sold, which is why this business model gets a bad rap because it's riddled with get-rich-quick schemes, living on the beach in Thailand or Bali with a laptop, making money online, selling $999 courses, which has always been interesting to me because it seems every person who's living in Bali or Thailand and has their so-called online business, their online business is 9 times out of 10 teaching others how to make their own online business. So to me, it just looks like a pyramid scheme, but that's all I'm going to say about this. Anyways, what it comes down to, whichever business model you prefer, Clav undeniably falls into this category, which is why he has these extreme takes. He is just exaggerating to get clicks and eyeballs. So that's all I have to say about Clav. He has some good, some bad, but I'd say he's leaning slightly more negative. And now moving over to somebody who is a bit more new to the scene, but is blowing up as far as I've been looking at his content recently, and he's called Androgenic. And this guy doesn't have much good to say. In fact, I haven't got any positives for him. He's just all cons. So getting straight into it, first and foremost, I think he's very male-gazed. Like,
Do you
where is the
guys-
looks maxing for him?
Just
In
a
my
second.
book, I don't see
Do you guys know this guy? Like, is he that bad? Like, is he this horrible? Like, to only have negatives? I have never seen him, and I've never seen any content. Is he like, is he like this horrible? Let me know in the comments.
any looks maxing. I just see a bunch of PSL misapplied theories trying to make himself look good for other PSL basement dwellers. And this is why I labelled him at the start a PSL tard. I think this is what he is. And a big part of the reason he's male gaze is because he's got an overdeveloped body, or you might call him a gym cell. Like, if you just look at the pictures of him, this is his physique. Since when did this physique become the standard and the go-to based on...
I mean, it's not standard, but I can see a lot of girls being attracted to this, like, but a niche, okay? He's 1,000 times worse than Clavicular. Oh boy. Oh boy. By the way, for the guys who just joined because we had like an influx of new watchers, please like the stream, it really helps. Let's continue.
on women's ideal and women's perspective. I thought we all figured out at least 5 years ago that this isn't the physique that women are looking for. This is way too much. It's way past a point of diminishing returns. But it seems him and his basement dweller following thinks this is all about the mog. Okay, fair enough, it might mog in terms of the male gaze, but certainly not the female gaze. And you can see just how far gone he is with regard to his looks maxing journey, not just in terms of what he's done to himself, but the videos he's churning out as well. Just 3 months ago, the importance of being unnatural. This goes completely...
Let me go through his channel to see the titles, because I looked at his channel just now. But okay, popular, my response to goatees. So basically, like, people like shitting on goatees. Should I do like around myself? The truth about peptides, the importance of being unnatural, reacting to face IQ, my response to revival fitness, advanced guide on curing facial bloat, how I aged backwards, optimizing skin quality. Is this like him for real? I don't know. My heart growth. Is this like some blue pill euphemism or his literal organ, like heart, has bone smashing, the best way to improve facial bones? I start to see why you said he's like 1,000 times worse. Yeah.
Completely against traditional looks maxing wisdom, which is that it should be the very most important thing to appear natural, be attractive, and look like the naturally born premium.
Like, being natural, the most important thing? No, I think it comes after being attractive, but that's a whole ass video. I'm gonna make it in the future. Or maybe on another live, you will see.
Chat. If you look like you've had to fake it until you made it, women are going to pick up on that, and they're not going to find it attractive. It's even more clear in video, and I promise you more girls would like this guy's physique than this gym cell who's
this is true.
Clearly gone way too far. And you can tell where he's gone too far when you look at his looks maxing journey. I'd say he reached the ideal right around here. This was the best for him, and I would say he started out with a transformation, because obviously this is subpar, this is too skinny, but then he started having a lot of an improvement. This is actually...
I agree, by the way, 100% with what Wheat is cooking in this video. He's really cooking.
Decent already, to be fair. But I'd say a little bit more muscle mass is required, and this is probably the optimal for him. Most girls will find this physique the most attractive out of these 5. But he only had to go too far, and it's why in these 2 photos, this is where he was no longer transforming, and he started roid selling.
100%.
And I promise you, he would get worse reactions from girls, worse treatment, than if he just chilled out a bit and stuck at this normal looking physique. And it's very obvious to highlight this is the case because recently he has been doing a lot of approaches. And all I'm going to say is the reactions from the girls he's approached speak for themselves.
I just have to say, you're really pretty.
You ugly.
She called him you were ugly to your face. So he went to a girl and told her, hey, you're pretty, and she told him, hey, you're ugly. Woo! No, I never got rejected like that in my life. Like, never, ever, ever in my life. I told a girl like, hey, and she was like, you're ugly. Never happened to me. Like, what kind of girls you guys have? And he mugs me. Even like, I know like like the body is like crazy, but facially he mugs me, and she still called him like just ugly like that in public while being filmed. So nothing stops her. Nothing would have stopped her.
Who the f is talking to you? Who the f is talking to you? You're one of the ugliest women I've ever seen in my entire life.
Sorry?
You guys look absolutely disgusting. I'm not talking to you. You look absolutely disgusting. Stop.
Yo, this interaction is brutal, man. What a brutal fucking interaction.
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, hilarious. You pretending to not hear me.
What did you say?
Absolutely something.
And what is up with this JoJo hat, by the way? Looks weird.
Honestly, the way he's crashed out like this, his extreme overreaction to being labelled ugly by these girls, I think it highlights a deep insecurity that he has within himself. Because he knows he's gone too far. He knows that he's looks maxed in the wrong direction. I'm pretty sure he came out and said that he has been taking roids. And since this amount of damage has been done, he's followed the male gaze too far. It has now cost him dearly. And I promise you, in this video, the underlying tone, he's not angry with the girls. I'm serious, he's not angry with the girls. Between the lines, he is actually angry with himself. Because he knows the so-called looks maxing that he's done has only hurt his chances rather than help them. And this isn't the only video where he's reacted this way. I've actually got loads of them. Take a watch.
Man, so there's a lot of these. I should do a live stream just reacting to these, to be honest. They seem too entertaining. Like, yeah. I should have done the whole stream on this guy and his crazy reactions to girls because, I mean, that's pure entertainment, let's face it.
I'm your biggest fan.
You promise?
Yeah.
Can you make sure I'm logging?
You are my...
Let me see.
I'm your biggest fan.
So he went to a girl and he said like, I'm a biggest fan. And then like, some of them are staged. Oh, that ruins everything. I hate staged content. By the way, guys, I promise you this. I'm promising you this. If I ever get like a bigger following and I start doing videos like live approaching, I will never, ever, ever stage anything. I promise you this with like, this would be the most honest promise that I ever made to someone. Here, you can save it, I promise you with all my heart that I will never, ever, ever stage any interaction that I do. I will never let a girl know that this is for YouTube, or if I do, like, I will let you know, guys, like, I'm gonna tell this girl. I will never be like pretending that an interaction happened and in reality it is staged. First of all, I'm not that good as an actor, but I hate that. I'm the person who hates, like, when I used to watch something and then like I learned that I am like then that it was fake or staged, like the disappointment I felt. I don't want people to be disappointed in me in that way. I will never ever stage anything, but hopefully these are not staged. But approaching a girl and telling her like I'm your biggest fan is anti-game. Okay, you can hate game, you can say game doesn't work. Yeah, this is anti-game. You cannot go to a girl and tell her like, hey, I'm your biggest fan, and then like smile like this.
You promise?
Yeah.
Can you make sure I'm logging?
You are mugging.
I love Clav.
You love Clav? I'm a good boy.
I love Clav.
This one is just brutal, honestly. And I'm not surprised in the slightest, because Androgenic has a very uncanny face.
Is he beefing with Clav, or is there like a beef going on that I'm unaware of or something? Is that why she told him that, or she just told him that? Fitness, welcome to the stream. I've seen one of these 3-4 hours live. All his clips are staged. He gets better reaction in his long lives. I can't say.
Never was, and isn't still now, a naturally born premium Chad. He's never been this. But Clav is. Clav was born to be up here in this range. Androgenic wasn't. Which is why you can't looks max your way out of being a marginal looks guy. This is the truth. I thought we established in the BP community years ago that chads are born, not made. This guy didn't get here because of looks maxing. Neither did Clav. They earned the premium checkmark by being born premium, and that's reinforced in the reactions they get from women. Whereas dudes that were born to be marginal, such as androgenic, women can sniff out his marginalness a mile off, and that's reinforced from his reactions.
Jan, I agree that this would be fun to watch, but the thing is that I don't want to watch if it is gonna be staged. Like, if I feel that it is staged or it is staged, like, his lives are more fun to watch than Clav's lives. I don't watch any looks maxing lives, but if these are like filled with such interactions and they're genuine, like the one where he lashed on the girls, that is really entertaining. Not like, I hate slob content, but I mean, that is entertaining.
From women. Never forget, it's marginal treatment for marginal looks, premium treatment for premium looks, and junk treatment for junk looks. I even mentioned this in one of my most popular videos. 4 years ago I uploaded this. And this had 1 million views before YouTube decided to take it down for hate speech apparently, or it was more just truth speech rather than hate speech. But just look what I have to say in this video, and you will see how I predicted all of this 4 years ago.
If you do just this one thing, observe women's behaviour around them, their body language, their emotions, then it becomes easy to tell which category you yourself or anybody else falls into. And in fact, I found this works so well that I can tell you which category a man falls into without even looking at his face. I can tell you if he is a normie, sub-5 or chad purely based on his interactions with women. I can watch day game approaches on YouTube, and even when their faces are blurred, I'll be able to tell you whether the man is attractive or not based solely on the woman's reactions to what the man is saying and doing.
There we have it. The most important thing is observing how women treat you. And if we bring up another clip of androgenic, we can see exactly how women treat him.
You're ugly! What the hell? You're ugly!
You're low tape back. You look at your mid-face. You're ugly as You look absolutely disgusting. I'm serious.
These are the kind of reactions he gets, and people are supposed to believe he's a chad.
I don't, like, no, I mean, no, like, no. I've never seen these reactions, like, I mean, let's see what she told him.
How women treat you. And if we bring up another clip of androgenic, we can see exactly how women treat him.
You're ugly! What the hell? You're ugly!
Yeah, staged as fuck. Like, girls will not go on the street telling a buffed guy that he's ugly. Like, no. Like, he literally could kill all of them in 5 seconds. So, I don't think they're, like, calling him ugly to his face. So, yeah, it is pretty much staged.
You're low tape back. You look at your mid-face. You're ugly as You look absolutely disgusting. I'm serious.
These are the kind of reactions he gets, and people are supposed to believe he's a chad. In fact, no one, not women, not even his own audience, believes he's a chad. Just look at the comments he gets all of the time. Dude literally looking like this. And this one's hilarious. It's some ugly guy with the dream in his head thinking that he's a chad. Uncanny final boss. PSL 8, facial harmony 0. I guess the one good thing to come from all of this is that at least his audience knows that this type of looks maxing, this PSL tard stuff, it's not what you're supposed to do. His audience seems more intelligent than that, and they'd be much more likely to follow standard and conventional looks maxing advice that actually has a chance of getting positive reactions from women. I've got more cons for androgenic. The next con I have for him is that his looks maxing has also made him high creep tax. All of this gym selling and male gaze maxing, women aren't attracted to him, they are actually finding him creepy.
Hey, you're pretty. You're very pretty. Brutal.
Brutal.
I mean,
and once more, the comments that he gets.
Actually, guys, we have to agree that it is a creepy behavior regardless of his looks. Can we say this? Can we say this in the community without being bashed? Like, the way he touched the girl and turned her like, hey, pretty, that is actually a creepy behavior. Like I said, like, there are no creepy behaviors, only unattractive men. But this is, like, look at this. Look at it again. Like, let's see.
Hey, you're pretty.
He told her that she's pretty before he saw her face, or that's what it looks like. So maybe he saw her before, then she passed him, and he told her that she's pretty before he touched her. That is weird. That is, like, literally, I mean, it is not related to how attractive he is, Okay, maybe Prime Brad Pitt could do this and still pull it off, okay? But this is objectively a bad way to go about it. Like, hey, you're pretty, boom. Like, why? I'm going to leave a like and dip. Yeah, I mean, enjoy your evening. Looks under Undergenic archives. You're gonna find his long lives. But then, why would I like doing a live, reacting to a long live? When you do live, you want to react to condensed content. No girl will risk their lives around a ogre like him. Yeah, I mean, telling him that he's ugly in his face like that, like they would probably just like look away and run. Like this. Like this one looks like a gender.
And once more, the comments that he gets from his own audience affirm this. Low key, I'll be worried if this walked up to me. 28,000 likes. This one, with him looking really creepy, 44,000 likes. True ogre. His own audience doesn't take him seriously and they know his looks is the problem and that's why he gets these kind of reactions from women. So finally getting to the last problem with him, basically all of these things means that he is a looks max coper. He was born with marginal looks and he is coping using looks maxing in order to try and counteract that. But of course this hasn't been working for him and to show that...
Actually, I don't agree. I think that he looks maxed so hard, but I don't think that he has genetically any problems. Like, if he looked normal, he would, like, slay. He's huge. Like, there's a lot of points in that. There are a lot of girls who like huge guys. So, yeah, I don't know about that. Like, I don't think, like, he was born as a 5 or anything like that. He has a solid base.
Here's another clip for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is staged. There are no girls on like, are you Lux Maxa? Ha ha ha! Yeah, they're staged. Totally staged.
These girls aren't even taking him seriously, and honestly, this is how most mainstream people are starting to think. It's creators like this who are making this community look like the laughingstock of the world. Another clip for you. It's a similar vibe.
You are not him.
Huh? I am him and everyone else. I mock you to death. You, I already have 5 girls in my harem. Who the f are you? How dare you talk? Who the f are you? You're an LTV and everyone's gonna call you.
Yeah, if a guy who is like, I don't know, like he looks huge, like 6'5" or something, and he's looking like this at you and he's trying to scare you, like I'm a guy and I would be scared in this situation. So I'm not convinced that these girls are not actually scared of him, okay? Yeah, this is totally staged, okay? Yeah, totally staged. I cannot believe that this is like genuine like reactions of girls. Like they would be actually scared, like not looking at the camera. Like if you're scared of someone, you look at them, so they do not do anything off. If she's looking away, she's looking at the camera, like there is no way she's not this is not staged, okay?
You are not him. You are not him. This highlights exactly what I'm talking about. They know he's a fraud. The girls know that he's not a naturally born premium, these type of guys. They know that he's not this. They can see right through it and they know that he is marginal. He is not him. He is not premium. He is not Chad. And again, I'm not the only person thinking this. The comments are affirming everything what I'm saying. You're calling me ugly? Bro, she rage baited him. He's really bad at swearing. The girls the whole time, literally just laughing at him. They're not taking him seriously, they're not treating him like he's premium, they're not treating him like the reactions that Clav gets. His reactions are complete.
What's wrong with being niche maxed? There is nothing wrong with being niche maxed, but when you are niche maxed, like you go to the gym and go with the girls who are like the buff guys, you don't go to the street and like film yourself randomly mass approaching. Like every niche has its area, like every niche has its place to meet women, or like online or Instagram or stuff. But live approaching is for universal chads. Like universal chads can approach randomly on the street, okay?
different. And it's because of how uncanny he looks, and how male gaze he is, how much of a gym cell he is, and how high his creep tax is. All of these things make him a looks max coper, and not girls and not his audience are taking him seriously. They know he's a fraud. And finally, I say the best till last. You guys want to see this.
Called me ugly. She had the audacity to call me ugly. Wait, show your face on stream. No. Show your ugly face on stream, you bitch. Mate. Show your ugly face on stream. Mate. Don't say that. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Show your ugly face on stream. Mate.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Mate. Show your ugly face on stream. Mate. Don't say that. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Show your ugly face on stream. Mate.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Oh, the irony of that statement. Because in truth, the only person playing stupid games, doing all of this garbage, is him. And look what it ends up getting him.
Wheat Waffles is real mad at this guy.
He isn't getting any prizes, all he's getting is a bunch of rejections. So guys, ultimately, I hope you understand that you shouldn't be following clowns like this. I think he's only a negative to the community, he's a negative to himself, and he's a negative to most of his audience as well, but at least they are smart enough to know that this crap isn't what you're supposed to be following. And there's just smarter ways to go about looks maxing to make tiny improvements, trying to become more attractive as a man. So guys, if you resonate with this, you know what's coming. The link will be in the description to my accurate, unbiased looks maxing advice that's actually going to help you. And there's a reason why my products have been extremely popular, selling in the tens of thousands, and got 5-star reviews. Beef is so big is in the next one.
I bought the third package, and he rated me a 6.
What to make of what this guy just told me.
Let me read some comments from this
Okay
video.
guys, so recently
Release the collab with Rehab Room. Release the files. Collab. Rehab is working on it. Release the Rehab files. People are like really paying for the Patreon, and Rehab has only released 20 and 15 minutes. Clav being at the top of looks maxing community is hilarious because he looks entirely just genetics. I mean, there is an irony in that, right? Like, people who want to discredit us, but then they make the one who looks the best the most famous. Yeah. I like the beginning. Clavicular. Wheat Waffles pissed he isn't influential anymore. Yeah, there is that. So, how you're doing, guys? I've been live for how long? Well, 2 hours. That's good. Let's call this it. Thank you guys for joining me. I covered what I wanted to cover. I still have more to say about this subject, like the original title, but we will see about that. But a lot of love. Thank you everyone for joining. See you in future lives. Who expect future videos. Well, you're welcome, you, and thank you very much for being a member and present in my lives. You guys make them possible. You can make a video about the whole women hitting the wall. I think my takes have been said in this stream, so I don't know like if I'm gonna be talking about the same subject over and over again, but if you were here from the start, you basically heard everything that I had to say about the subject, but we will see, like there is always new stuff to talk about. If it comes up in a future live, we will see. Yep, later, Jan. Good. I wish you a speedy recovery about like your hair. Nice to see a stream that's not that early. I mean, it depends on where you live, because a lot of people have told me that the live streams are too late. So if this one is too early, like too early for you, My audience is not from one country. You can use women in your videos to get 30B pillars. Yeah, but it's like gonna be damaging to my relationship with those girls. Like, there is a girl that I could bring on, but we will see. We will see. Like, it is something that I'm not against. Like, I'm also tired of making videos that nobody watches. Like, I really put a lot of heart and soul in my videos, and I mean, you want people to watch them. That's the whole point. Like, if you're making videos and people are not watching them, you get less motivated about creating the next one. So maybe I need some tricks, right? Thank you everyone again for being here. Those who watched, also who did not join us live but watched later, you are the real chats for watching until the end. A special thank you. My special thanks for you. Thank you guys. This was Guidance Vault, and I'm retreating.